Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we have been making some solid gains. Now we're currently fairly low on prestige, and we did just take over this holding, so we should probably make sure that we are increasing control down here. That'll help. And we should also make sure that we are hosting a feast, because we have gold, we don't have prestige. Let's switch that right on around. So we'll go ahead and do exactly that. Welcome, friends! Fantastic. And we've got these constructions well underway. We do need... Oof. Losing half of the prestige we're going to gain from this, that's rough. Okay. Very, very rough indeed. We can ransom a few prisoners, and that's not great. But we do gain 150 prestige and Eager Reveler, so I guess that's okay. Not the most ideal scenario in terms of our prestige. How long until we can call a hunt? About 6 months. Okay. We can raid over here. And actually, I think that's a solid idea. Let's go ahead and raise up our raiders. And we're going to go on in. Fantastic. This one has been raided. That's fine. And in we go. We're going to grab ourselves 19 gold and prestige. That'll be great. We're truced. I'm dumb. We're still truced over here. So, that's the thing. Yeah, we're definitely still truced. Unfortunate. But that is okay. And we can see that our vassals are not working very hard on their development. That's fine. We are working on our control over here, and that is very, very good. So we can see that currently we're maxing out at around 4,000 troops. How does that comparing to Mongolia? We actually slightly outclassed them. That's great. I'm very pleased with this. I wouldn't mind subjugating this guy. That costs too much, of course. I wouldn't mind conquering his county either, and that's something we could do. But is it something that we should do right now? 2,000? We definitely could, but they are kind of a useful buffer state versus Mongolia. That said, we do want to take over Mongolia. So I would not necessarily be opposed to some conflict with Mongolia, but let's go ahead and call our hunt. There we go. And that will net us a good chunk of prestige. So that is solid. 150 prestige? Yes, please. Brings us up to 252. I would not mind bumping up to high tribal authority, but I'm not sure that that actually does much for us at this time. I mean, titles and vassals being able to be revoked and retracted isn't the worst thing. So we'll keep that in mind. 50 gold. Ooh, that means that we can construct. That's wonderful. We're going to build a war camp. We'll get that going, and at this point, we now need to consider expansion over here. I do think that we do this now. So we'll raise up our troops right down over here, and we'll just go into their capital as soon as we can. He barely has any troops here. And maybe we can wipe up this war really quickly. That would be great. Let's see, we're working on family hierarch right now. Although working our way down to forced vassalage isn't the worst thing, but because we're tribal, we don't need this at this time. So I think instead we'll just take close family opinion. Okay, these guys are enemy. We captured his son and heir. These guys are actually going to attack us. This is foolish. They shouldn't. They get a defensive bonus, but that's okay. Wonderful. Down to 500. And yeah, we obviously win this. There we go. And we'll siege this down 5 months. As soon as that siege is over, it will be a victory for us. So very soon, we're going to have to start dealing with Mongolia, right? That's going to be very necessary very shortly. There's only 3 more counties that we can take, including the one that we're taking right now. So that is definitely something we need to think about. We can declare war on the Khan. With a subjugate CB. Now, we're not going to right now. He has 4703 troops. But that's still a fascinating thing that we can do. Very soon, we're going to be able to start raiding the Khan. In fact, we probably can right now. He is in another war currently. Let's just wrap up this siege. And we'll need to hand this title out, which is certainly something that we can do. Disband these troops, and we'll need to grant this off to someone. And I'm going to grant it off to our marshal. Excellent. And then we'll assign him back to being our marshal. Actually, this guy has a higher marshal skill, so we'll assign him on. Wonderful. Very happy about that. How are we doing on our city planning? We're a long ways away from that. Sure. Yes, actually, I will take 33 gold. Glorious. So we now have access to 4,200 troops, approximately, once we're fully regenerated. That's great. How's our truce with this lady going? We need to check our own diplomacy here. Another 3 years. Okay. That's fine. We've almost expanded as much as possible up here. We gained a weak hook on that guy. Sure. We can create the Kingdom of Bereashia. That does cost 250 gold. Okay. Sounds good. I think we'll hold off on that for the time being. We don't really have the gold income for it just yet. But that's fine. We're up to 18% control down here. That's wonderful. Our taxes are coming up much more quickly than our levies are, but that's fine. 4189 troops. I'm very interested in declaring a subjugation war on the Mongols. That said, that's spooky. Like, if we were to do this, yeah, that's spooky. We can't really get away with that at this time. What we can do is create the Kingdom of Bereashia. And we might be able to grab a few titles away from Mongolia here and there if we strike opportunistically. But right now, I'm interested in raiding up here. We're going to raise our raiders. We're going to go fight this neutral army here. Which, once we arrive, they should turn into a hostile army. We should be able to fight and win. And then raid this and get out. Interesting. We have joined their siege. I think. Are we sieging? Awkward. We're not hostile to the Mongols yet. I'm just going to disband our army. And we're going to teleport them down over here. I was hoping that we'd be able to fight these guys, but apparently not. So let's go ahead and raid this quick and see if we can get in and get out. Now we are still truced over here, I believe. Yeah, I think we're truced over here still. And yeah, we can definitely raid this and get out. So we're going to do exactly that. Get some good raiding done with the Mongols. We can see the main Mongol force over here. They're not responding to us. That's wonderful. They don't care about our raid. Not right now. So there's 19 gold. And these guys disappear into the fog, which means that we can disband. Perfect. Very, very pleased with that. And then we can ransom some of these guys. For 10 gold? Absolutely. 66 out of 100. Okay. 10 out of 50. I think we'll hold off on those. I am potentially interested in doing additional constructions. Palisades would not be bad in all of these locations. He is entering our territory. We'll see what he does. He is hostile to us right now. We would have defender advantage here. He's not raiding, though, and he can't siege. So this is fine. He's just fighting these guys. That said, we could still fight him if we had the correct advantage. In fact, I'm interested. I believe I did not raise all troops. There we go. That's all troops being raised. They're fighting up here, and then we're going to come in and immediately fight afterwards. 77 gold? Yes, we'll take that. That means that we can create the kingdom of Bereashia, which actually I'm going to go ahead and do. We are now a mighty Khan. That brought us up to 4 out of 5 domain, which means that we can capture this and keep it for ourselves. We're going to head on in over here, and I believe that they will get the defensive advantage. I want to check our leadership here. Skill 21. Okay. Actually, we may get the defender advantage here because we're there before the end of the battle. I'm not sure how that's going to work. We're no longer hostile. That's how that's going to work. Fair enough. Okay, sure. We're no longer hostile. That's fine. We can ransom this guy. He can't afford it. And I'm okay with that. Are we still truced to you? Yes. For how long? 23 more months. Okay. 3 counties there. So if we want to do this in 23 months, we could do a kingdom invasion for 2,000. We're not going to do that. We could just do a conquered duchy for 250 faith. That's a solid concept right there. I like it. That's exactly what we do, because then we can take this and then immediately move into the Uda Valley, and then all we have is to fight Mongolia. Now, their allies are what make them scary. Some of them are internal allies, some of them are external allies. So this is not an option as of right now. That's okay. I'd like to ransom this guy. 19 gold is actually enough to start a construction. We also have some powerful vassals who are expecting a council position. Sure. We're not too concerned about that at this exact moment, though. The 20 gold. He's just continually piling up gold at 0.8 per month. That's okay. No, I don't actually want to sway our court chaplain right now. I don't think having her not endorsing us is not actually affecting anything. I think that's not doing anything at all. Reduce stress gain, sure. I guess that's fine. So at this point, mostly what we're waiting for is this truce to end. That's 17 months away, and this guy did win in his subjugation war. If we were to declare our own subjugation war, it would be spooky. We would have to play that very, very carefully. to the point where I suspect it's not currently worthwhile. He is defending against a peasant uprising. And that's okay. Now, we're going to need to be careful that we only hold one top-level title. Right now, our top-level title is our duchy. But we do want to create the kingdom. Or we did create the kingdom. That's right. Our top-level title is the Kingdom of Bereashia. I don't suppose... Well, then. So that guy became our vassal peacefully. Sure. He's got the great pox, so he's not going to last forever, but he is now part of our realm. I don't suppose you would become our vassal. No. Because we recently waged war, and because of her opinion of us. We could sway her. I don't want to send her a gift, I don't think. 56 gold for 83 opinion. I'm pretty sure that's not helpful. And that recently waged war malice, will that go away when we're no longer truced? Perhaps. We do need a new spy master, and this guy gets the job. Great. I mean, he's probably not going to live long, but that's fine. Our counselor died from malnourishment. Interesting. That said, we probably want to conquer her anyway, right? So I'm going to abandon this sway scheme, and we're going to work on swaying this guy. We'll see if we can bring his opinion of us up, but we don't want him to attack us. He lost some allies, didn't he? He's about the same strength still. So that's something that we'll have to be careful of. We can definitely construct a simple palisade here. We can also begin constructing one over here. And I'm going to... Actually, we can't do that. Because I should have let them sort that out in peace, but... We're still constructing the sparring grounds over here. But we can build the palisade here. Excellent. So there's all that underway. We, of course, do need city planning as soon as possible. That's about 38 years away. Now, we can focus on learning, but if we're going to be tribal to become greatest of Khans, then we probably don't want to focus on learning until after we get this. Yeah. We need our realm size to be 25 or more. That's really not that bad, though. That's not that far away. So, okay. We will continue to empower ourselves. We're not quite at the level of Mongolia yet, but we're actually fairly close. If we attack them, I think we lose. If they attack us, I think they lose. Just because of the attrition up in these mountains. I think we can use that to our advantage if they're attacking us. So I think we're in kind of a stalemate right now, and just waiting for one to get more powerful than the other. Unfortunately, Mongolia is in a better position than us because they have expansion opportunities at all sides. We are pinned in. So that's going to be something that we'll have to deal with. But that shouldn't be a problem. Our truce will be up very, very soon here. Yeah, 30 days. And we're going to declare basically immediately. And we're going to go after her capital, which is down in hills. Okay. That sounds good for us. And we should be able to declare this any moment now. Yeah, truce is over. Let's do this. So we're doing the Duchy Conquer, which is only going to cost us faith. We're going to raise up all of our troops. And then we're going to head on in over here. In we go. They're running away. This guy's only skill 10. We're going to put this guy in charge. Okay. So she's heading off into the mountains and is simply going to chill there. I kind of want to fight her and then come back to the siege. Yeah, she's going to get a bonus from being in mountains. But I think we still win this. We outnumber her sufficiently. Oh yeah, absolutely. No problem whatsoever here. Maybe we get some captures here. I don't hold any illusions that we'll stack wipe. And she'll probably retreat up this way, which is kind of awkward for us. Actually, she's going to her capital, at least for now. I don't think she's going to stop there. That would be insane if she retreated one county away. What is this, Crusader Kings 2? Yeah, she's going to head up this way, as expected. We are going to siege down her capital, though. That put us at 37% war score, just like that. So that's fantastic. And we're going to siege this on down. Stalemate siege event, not ideal. Let's see what the next event is. Yeah, we've got that mild winter going on. Disease outbreak, not great for us. She's still retreating, but she's going to go here, and then she's probably going to attack our capital, is my guess. 7 months left. Still more stalemates on these siege events. Man. Getting some awkward rolls there. It's not shocking, of course. Well, there was some desertion there. That's not the worst. More desertion. Okay. He's actually just sitting, not sieging. Fine by me. Another stalemate. Okay. Our spouse has major architectural experience. Cool. 3 months left, and we died. We drank ourselves to death. Okay, so we're going to play as this guy. And this war will continue. We do need a lifestyle. Apparently, we've been in stewardship. What's our education? Do we not have any education trait? I guess not. Awkward. I feel certain that I told this guy to get a diplomacy education, but I guess stewardship is fine. We can work on some wealth focus and go into golden obligations. Certainly not ideal. We can call ourselves a hunt, and we'll do that. We're at 3 of 4 right now. Now, these two... In fact, these 3 were all handed off to our various brothers. We're going to have to put this back together after this war. But we do have these 2 for now. So let's just get this all put back together. Let's wrap up this siege and this war. Illegal prey, huh? Really use that cash and prestige. I'm going to roll it. Yeah, I'm not surprised. The cash was more important than the prestige, so it was okay. We return home in disappointment, and that's fine. So we only have about 30 days left on this siege. I'm hoping that this siege will win the war for us, but I don't know that for a fact. 15 more days. It did win the war for us. Perfect. So we're going to enforce those demands. Wonderful. And we will disband our troops. Now, this is our territory here, and we'll keep it that way. We're not above our domain limit right now. We'll probably want to shift around some of this. We need a spy master, and this guy will do. let's go ahead and increase control in county here. Not a valid target due to... Maybe we need to tick. Yeah, we just needed to tick there. Okay, so we've grabbed everything we can over here. Now, our current spouse is skill 6, Stewardship, and is currently set to Assist Ruler. We're going to swap her over to Manage Domain. That does give us an additional domain holding. So what we'd like to do here is we would like to revoke this. In fact, we'd like to revoke both of these. In order to do that, of course, we're going to need to bump up to High Tribal Authority. We're going to have to rule for 5 years before we can do that, because we simply can't revoke titles as well. Or at all. So that's a thing that we simply can't do. So we'll wait on that, and in the meantime, we will start building some markets over here. As well as a market. Oh, we're building a sparring ground over here. Okay, sure. We'll build a market over here as soon as we can. We're going to be waiting on prestige for that, and our prestige is starting to go up again now that we've finished reinforcing our men-at-arms regiments. Looks like we inherited another unit of light footmen. I'm not going to bother putting anything into this. At all. That is not our goal. So we're going to have Banus in 15 years, city planning allegedly in 38. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will start putting all of this right on back together. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.